Anyway, come with me over here. I wanted to show a new method that some people are talking about. I'm thinking about adopting it. There's these little jars: give, save, and spend. The importance of just talking to our kids about money. But talking to kids about money can be a little tricky. Many of us are still trying to get a hold of our finances. Most of the time, our finances are getting a hold of us. So we actually talked to Rachel Cruze, part of the Dave Ramsey team. She stopped by several days ago, but she was able to give us a little bit of information. Now, the Dave Ramsey team, what they do is they help people get out of debt. So she talked to us about that, give us a few tips for ourselves and for our kids in a segment we like to call Maximizing Our Money. We got Rachel Cruze with Dave Ramsey and Ramsey Solutions. She's here with us. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me.
She literally is the money expert. What is wrong with our nation? We hear stories all the time. We have no money to pay for our kids' student loans. We have no money for our own retirement. We have no money saved up in the bank. Why are we at this point?
It's so hard because the statistics, they're against us. They really are. I mean, every study you read when it comes to personal finance, it's like, oh no, you know, like 80% of people cannot cover even a $1,000 emergency with cash. I mean, it's just crazy. So I think one of the things that has affected our culture is our mindset on debt. And like our grandparents, debt was like a sin. Like they just didn't do it. And so I think that's really broken down a lot. And so when you have debt and you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's hard to save. It's hard to save for kids' college, looking at retirement. So debt's a huge issue in our world today.
Like, where did we go wrong as a society? Our grandparents said debt was a sin. And now it's like, no, debt's great. We're all in debt up to our eyeballs. At what point, like, what do we need to do for our kids?
Well, start communicating with your kids, because it's amazing. I talk to so many people and they say their parents never talked to them about money. And the first time they interacted with it was on a college campus, right? Like when they saw a credit card ad and it was like, oh, perfect, I'll sign up for the credit card. So for parents, talk to your kids about not only the dangers of debt, but also make them work and actually earn money, teach them to give, save, and spend. And it's all very age appropriate, but I want money to be a very normal part of their childhood, because a lot of parents don't talk about politics, sex, and money. It's like, we just don't go there. But you need to engage your kids because you're their parents and you're gonna guide them into being great adults later in life.
Do you think as a nation there's hope? Because if you look at the national debt, we're in the trillions. I don't even know what that means.
I know.
Do you think there's hope?
I always tell people, don't focus on what's going on in the White House. Focus what's going on in your house. You can only control the elements that you can control. So yes, we see all these, you know, commas and zeros. And listen, for a lot of people, for Americans, they're living 70% of them are living paycheck to paycheck. So I want them to focus on their finances and not worry about the national debt, because there's not much that you can do to contribute to paying that off necessarily. So focus on your household, be on time with your bills, and start paying off that debt.
Good. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Thanks.
We have hope.
There is hope.
Cut off the credit cards.
Amen.
A little bit of hope there. So again, give, save, spend. That's one of the tips that she gave. One of the important things that I took out of this is I always think about the national debt. It's terrible, but she says don't focus on what's going on in the White House. Focus on what's going on in your house, and you can only change what you can change. You can't change what's going on nationally. So just focus on what you can do little by little, and if you're determined, over time, it'll totally help out. So they swear by it.
I got the spending part down.
Yeah, me too.
No problems.
Yep.
That's awesome.